Hey yo prodigies, ProdCharles here, and in this video I will be discussing 3 of the coolest ways the Bendy cartoons will change the game as we know it. Be sure to watch this video all the way through so you know what's going on. If you would like more horror game discussions, theories and secrets, remember to subscribe and tap that bell, as on top of the many theories I have already made, there will be more to come. And just before we begin, if you cannot watch this video all the way through right now, remember to tap Add To and select Watch Later to save your progress, or just do it for fun. So, what's going on? In the Bendy Chapter 3 reveal trailer, we got our first taste of the cartoons that include Bendy and other characters created by Joey Drew's cartoon studio in the form of Tombstone Picnic. This got me thinking about whether or not we might soon see more Bendy cartoons and what role they might play. Tombstone Picnic was exciting because it finally gave Bendy fans a peek at what Joey Drew's cartoons actually looked like. By giving us a look at how Bendy and Boris interact, we can now figure out the kind of relationship that they have with each other. Some prodigies are currently referring to them as frenemies, because it looks like they are friendly, but they somewhat experience the kind of clash that rivals or enemies do. Having said that, it seems that the potential for these cartoon shorts go beyond some simple entertainment. It looks like they may actually allow us to get a taste of how characters may interact in the game, or explain why certain characters will react in certain ways with others when they meet each other. This is fantastic because it would not only get us hyped about seeing a new character, but it could also be used in clever ways to reveal information about the ways characters act if we meet them before seeing their cartoon. Take Alice Angel for example. Imagine if the chase scene from the trailer resulted in us not being caught by Bendy, but instead being checked on by Alice. Alice might see Henry holding an axe and give off a sense of feeling a bit uneasy about it. Say she trusts Henry enough to team up with him, and then they eventually find Boris. But this results in Alice feeling uneasy towards Boris too. This would leave us wondering why Alice would feel so uncomfortable around everyone she encounters. Now, imagine that the team splits up, and Henry finds himself in an area with a projector. Loaded in the projector is one of the Bendy cartoons, so of course we switch it on and enjoy the show. While watching the cartoon that plays, we see Alice Angel getting bothered by a fly. Alice tells us that this fly is annoying her a lot and she really wants it to go away. Then we see Boris stroll on by after chopping at a tree all day with an axe. Alice asks for Boris's help, and he responds by swinging an axe at the fly, which keeps trying to land on Alice. Alice starts screaming as she dodges the swings and shows fear towards Boris's actions, and the cartoon continues until she finally comes up with a way to get rid of the fly without the axe. While this is a silly and crazy example, it isn't ridiculous for the cartoons of the old days, and it shows us why Alice was scared of not only Henry's axe, but also Boris. Through cartoon shorts like this, Bendy and the Ink Machine's story and characters can be made more interesting as we progress through the game. Not only this, they could also show us what challenges we might face later on in the game. In Tombstone Picnic, we saw a skeleton emerge from the ground and playfully terrify Bendy. It grabbed Bendy's leg, tripped him over, and frightened him when he was hiding behind one of the tombstones. All of these things may hint towards what will happen to Henry while playing the game. Even if the lower air ducts that we see in the reveal trailer don't have enemies hiding under them, we do know that it looks like there will be ink puddles blocking the chase paths in Chapter 3. And we've definitely seen in Chapter 2 that they not only slow us down, but can hold some nasty surprises. Similarly, we might experience close calls or jump scares while hiding, if not by a skeleton, at least by a searcher. Then we have explanations for major plot points. At the end of Tombstone Picnic, we see a shadow approach Bendy, and it looks like the shadow belongs to a human. Many think it could be Joey Drew inserting himself into his cartoons through animation or ink magic, and I think that this idea is pretty cool. If it does show one of the workers somehow inserting themselves in the toon world, and if it happens in more and more of the cartoon shorts, it can give us an explanation for the crazy rituals and the things that we see throughout the story. How awesome would it be to find out how Joey Drew used these rituals to bring the cartoons to life? Tombstone Picnic also shows skeletons jumping to life from their graves, which might tell us that we will find out more about the coffins and what they will really hold. Hopefully not dead bodies or skeletons. Where will we see these cartoons? Through the projectors throughout the studio. We've already seen projectors in Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Perhaps in future updates, we will be able to see cartoon shorts such as Bendy in Sheep Songs, Sent From Above, and Bendy and the Dancing Demon by accessing these projectors. It would be even cooler if we could pick up new cartoons from the reels we find scattered throughout the studio to load into these projectors. This would be way cooler than just seeing a picture of Bendy bopping up and down to a slow jazzy jam. What do you think? Remember to subscribe and tap that bell for more interesting horror game theories and secrets. If you love horror game theories, be sure to check the description for a link to all of the theories and secrets. And prodigies, I really hope that these videos help you to expand on how you think, so it can help you with your thinking in your daily lives. See ya! I see you listened to me when I asked you to watch all the way through earlier in the video. Well done! You get a bonus point. Wouldn't it be cool if the cartoons also gave us a way to figure out some kind of secrets throughout our adventure? For example, it would be amazing if the constant references to skeletons and tombstones would hint towards a secret located around a coffin, skeleton, or, heaven forbid, a tombstone at the studio. Perhaps the RIP written on the tombstone could be a hint for us to look for those letters somewhere at the studio too. As crazy as it sounds, I think that would be awesome! Remember to subscribe and tap that bell for more cool and interesting horror game videos.